There we go. Oh, let's get into this. Into this. Because we are in the midst. Oh, Lord have mercy. We are in the midst of threatening another already affecting both Wi-Fi's. This understanding this network got me on 5G and I cannot stay connected, y'all. I can't. 5G and I cannot stay connected. It can't be nothing but that ice and snow headed our way. Y'all pray for us as well as we pray for Los Angeles and surrounding area from this fire. It is so much going on, and that's why we're not going YouTube tonight. No, we're not. We're not going YouTube tonight, y'all. I want to talk about these big losses that a lot of us have had to accept, not entertain, because we've always had the thought of failure, but now some of us have actually bottomed out and we ain't did nothing wrong. We done bottomed out in our relationship. We don't know what we done did wrong. It could be our job. It could be our marriage. It could be our sibling relationship. Just never know. But I'm here to tell you tonight that biggest loss. So what you thought at the point in time could be the sign that your biggest comeback is on its way. And that there's nothing wrong with the process of removal. Nothing wrong with the process of removal. Sometimes removal is necessary. See, people, places, and things is one thing that have actually got a lot of us caught up and jammed up. So now you the one tonight gonna have to man or woman up and be like, yeah, my biggest loss was because it's totally of what I did and my decisions. Not out of love, lust, or like for anything or anybody else other than my own dumb, selfish thoughts. And I messed myself up. And that's my biggest loss. Is what I did to myself, not what others have done. So those are the people that we want to talk to. Once again, prayers go up to California. It is, like I say, it is so much going on around the globe right now. Right in our own backyards. We right here in the Delta here, right now at a storm, winter storm watch, which it might have done turned. I'm checking now to see if it's been changed to a watch now, because it's supposed to be some pretty heavy accumulations down here. So y'all pray for us as well. But most definitely we want to pray for California and Los Angeles area and these wildfires, y'all. They are taking on heavy losses and heavy casualties. They are taking on heavy losses and heavy casualties. Yeah. Think about it tonight now, just before you jump into this conversation. Before you jump into it, I really want you to think about it before you share on it. Just think about what you feel like your biggest loss was. It doesn't have to be grand, life altering. It could be a crappy business deal, a really bad relationship where you know what, even now, even though the situation and the relationship has been over with, even today, you're haunted by the time wasted and the energy used for nothing. That's a loss. Can't never get that time back. Hell, some of y'all took a job. Some of y'all took a job for more money, thinking it was going to make life better. And things are worse for you. That's a loss. So it's no big or small. It's about a setback. It's about a loss. Now, once you've meditated on these things and you know where you are, I'm going to give you a couple more minutes before I get into it. But once again, I need you, because if you don't catch this here live stream, you're going to catch it later on because you need to hear this. You know? But right now, OG needs you to mentally take yourself to that place. Hey, what's up, Status Boom? I'm trying, man. It's so much going on, man. We kind of contemplating and thinking about the biggest loss. It could have been that job. It could have been that woman. Could have been a business investment. Could have been anything. It's up to you to consider it your biggest loss. Now, once you get that in your head, I want you to know how that could be the setup for your greatest comeback. But I need a few people, at the very least, to take themselves there mentally. Because like I say, you still reliving it. So it's still there. You are still hurt about something that ended 2 years ago because simply you know you didn't get a fair deal. You were not treated right and the whole situation was a L. The love was a L. The sex ended up turning out to be a L because him or her was sharing it with everybody else. It wasn't just yours. So that's a loss. You know, might be setting you up for that greatest comeback. Once I get you there, then I'm going to tell you how we're going to get there. It's a few things that we're going to have to adhere to. And behavior modification is one of them. We got to change our people, places, and things. We are right now seeing a public social media meltdown of black folks. We have no principles on what we say about one another. Like I said before, man, we got people actually pitting kids against kids. And I'm like, that's against the law. I'm like, Charleston White, how can you do this and get away with it? You act like you trying to go back to jail. Now we got the hustle cartel guy out here showing a video of a man's home being allegedly vandalized. I'm like, what are they thinking? So they so involved in kids' mess for clicks and views that they are actually out here looking like they committing crimes and uploading it. Yeah, it's gonna be a big loss. Now those are losses I'm not willing to take. Being a dumb black man, I am not willing to go down in flames for being a dumbass black man. I'm not gonna sit here tonight and lie to y'all. I've been at many a thing. Everybody done played a fool sometime, like the song say. But the crash out that's going on now, look at Corey SSG situation. These cats are giving away careers. And trust me, he's still over there because you just can't get on no plane out of no Egyptian country. They are not a democracy. You don't move around no way. Dubai, no places over there like you want to. They have a system in place for that. Now, they already know for a fact that he actually went over there to avoid this situation. So y'all know what that means, right? He don't get no bomb. So when they bring him home, he's stuck. You can't make this up. You just can't make it up. Sad but true. See, I'm just telling you tonight that this loss that you still holding on to, oh yeah, it hurt. Man, every time you think about it, Status, every time you think about it, man, you get hurt and angry, not because you miss her, but you stay kicking yourself in the butt, asking yourself, man, how did I allow myself to be a fool for that? For that? For him? For her? How did I let this happen? I'm telling you tonight, you looking at it wrong. If you stay disciplined, consistent, and real at all costs, do you understand me? I'm going to say these things again. These are things you must, as an adult, living in a world like we living in, you got to have discipline. And you got to be consistent. And you got to be real at all costs. No matter who the hell around you chooses not to be. See, I'm OG. I don't like to kick it. I don't care. I don't care. And I don't do nothing for profit. These are my feelings, my opinions. I only share my experience, strength, and hope. I don't owe nobody no apology for the way the hell I feel. But I'm learning, even at my age as an OG, I'm learning how to take loss. I'm realizing as long as I stay consistent and disciplined and real, I'm going to always come out on top, better than I went into it. No situation have left me down very long. Hey, no different than the phoenix. I've always rose above the ashes, from the ashes. I've always rose from the ashes, every time. By the grace of God, knock on wood. One thing OG can tell y'all tonight that I'm fed up of seeing a circus of black clowns on social media. Can y'all imagine two grown men attempting to terrorize and bully one another over a beef, over a kid? Can you imagine? Because it's unbelievable. You ain't even supposed to play like that. It's just that serious of a law breaking. I don't know what they thinking. And for this man to actually go live or however he got the word out, showing allegedly this man's house being, depending on the state, it could be a felonious amount of vandalism, allegedly. Then y'all already know Wack been telling on himself and Loose Cannon ever since they jumped on two old OGs. All they told me is, man, I don't need to go too far outside because ain't no love for the OGs even when you ain't involved in the street. I ain't finna give nobody no chance to beat me up and kick me all in my eyes and forehead. So that tell me right there I'm gonna stay on the porch. What's your loss? I don't wanna know. You ain't gotta tell me. I'm just telling you tonight it's time to let it go. Acceptance is gonna be your key to success tonight. See, your acceptance is gonna be the key to where you get to this point. Out the famous words of Teddy Pendergrass, where you can get to that point where, like he said, it don't hurt now. It don't hurt now. Y'all go and get that Teddy P and listen to that. It don't hurt now. That's all I want to get you to that point. That's all OG trying to do. He ain't trying to take you nowhere tonight. Honestly, I did get the roof fixed today. I got the bullet holes from when they were shooting me. Knocked a hole in the roof. So I was blessed to get that fixed today. My wife thought she had 2 of her vacation days off. Her boss just as inconveniently as possible right up until that time till refuses those. So she been working all these years and they really expected her to drive that far. They really expected her to get that far and risk her life. And this era is supposed to be under severe winter storm at this time that she gets off work. So she would actually have to be out here driving a whole hour in sleet, ice, and snow. And so she put in 2 days. Vacation time, she got up. So, you know, we did our normal grocery store, water, sodas, everything, everybody getting ready to hunker down for our potential little ice storm. And she gets a text from her boss saying, your days are refused. She never got no points on her job. And she got plenty of days up. But they don't care. Now, if y'all don't want to talk to me tonight, I'll go ahead on, move on, get ready to set up this camcorder for this impending storm and move my tent to the front to protect my equipment because they say it's going to be pretty rough with the wind. Y'all join me for this storm live stream that's coming up tonight. This storm is supposed to impact severely our area in or around midnight. I will be going live. I hope my car don't suffer any hail damage because I don't have an in-car garage. And with this, the potential of ice and sleet, I just don't know. What's your loss? Like I say, you ain't got to tell me what it is. All I know is if you still carrying it, you still get angry and it still hurt. And I just want to talk to you about it tonight and tell you that you know what? That big loss could be the catalyst to your greatest comeback, your greatest win. That's all I'm saying tonight. See, it's easy to hold our heads down. I tell women that all the time, stop being a modern woman and stop being bitter. You chose 3 bad men in your life. Stop going around here saying all men are trash. And I tell my guys that too. I tell them all the time, a long-standing girlfriend ends up nothing but a baby mama and a headache. You should be trying to find your helpmate. Your helpmate. A woman ain't promised no helpmate. And they Christian and they know it. And they still don't want to be humble to a man. You can't make this up. What's your loss? You had to let her go because you could not even agree with her. Respectfully disagreeing, been out the window. You tolerated that because you love her and she got some good coochie. So you put up with all that. But now she done got so bad that even when you tell her, okay, baby, she still want to argue. And you hurt by that. Y'all been broke up a year. Because you can't believe you let somebody like her treat you that bad. Or her. Or him treat you that bad. What did you learn from it? Because this could be the catalyst to your greatest comeback. Then that means, what did you learn from your pain? What did you learn from your hurt? What did you learn from your disappointment and shame? See, I've survived and raised a whole house of sons and all that great stuff and successful businesses. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Solely by being that black man that recognized that the less mistakes I make out here in these folks' world, the more prosperous and the more successful that I could become. I had to be disciplined to raise 5 kids without any entitlements, y'all. Without any help. Just me and this. I kid you not. Yeah, I'm proud of myself and pat myself on the back. I was a traditional head of household black man, where his family lived, ate, and breathed, and did family vacations just like the Huxtables. Church every Sunday. All my sons didn't turn out the way that I would love them to be. I feel like that's a loss. But I had to stop being hurt and angry about it. You know, I had made a lot of sacrifices to get them to be men. A lot of sacrifices. I remember one year I tried to tell my family that I just really could not afford a Florida vacation. They just wasn't not understanding that. I had been taking them to vacation for years. They didn't understand that. I couldn't afford it. Business was down. You know, it was a lot of us. It was always 7 of us. You know, me, my wife, our 5 children. It always was expensive. This year, business was down. They didn't understand that. I collect diamonds. Y'all, I took my personal jewelry. I had a friend that owned a pawn shop. And without pride or ego, I went over there and sold enough of my personal jewelry to take my babies to Florida for vacation. So I would get angry thinking about those sacrifices I made and sending them to college and all these things for this. It was like a loss to the point where I became hurt and angry. I had to let that go and realize everybody has the decision to live their lives the way they choose, no matter how much you love them. Sometimes you do have to love them enough to let them go. Y'all, we run around here grieving for people and they ain't even dead. You can't make this up. Sound crazy, don't it? Yeah, some of y'all are actually around here right now grieving for somebody that ain't even dead. You just hurt they ain't in your life. Or you just saying snap out of it. They might have been in the way for the greatest love of your freaking life. And you can't even see it because you around there pouting over somebody that don't even want your ass, girl. Snap out of that, woman. y'all, sorry about that. I had to go back there and make sure all this water is dripping at all times. This is an old house. We got old plumbing. What is your loss? What you grieving about? Who you grieving for and they ain't even dead? What situation are you running around here grieving? You been quit that job or lost that job. Why you still around here talking about UPS? Man, you ain't worked with them folks in 2 years, man. And you blessed with a job. Well, come on, man. If you get disciplined and focused and put that energy into this new job, you might feel better about yourself. You can fix you. You can fix you. And you can fix you without any mood changing, mind altering chemicals. You don't even have to be necessarily a holy roller. You just for sure need to trust and believe in a power greater than your own. Mine, I just choose to call God. That's all. I'm telling you tonight that that big loss that you still hurt over, that you still grieving over, you need to let it go because you might be blocking your greatest comeback, your greatest love, your greatest job, your greatest relationship. Now, I hold these truths to be self-evident. Truly that all men are created equal in women. And I only say that to say that we all have to take loss. That's all. Wasn't trying to confuse you. Wasn't trying to be crazy. I'm just telling you to think about that loss tonight. Because we don't need this. You know, this is a whole new year. It's new men out here, it's new women out here, it's new jobs out here, it's new money out here, it's new cars out here, it's new friendships out here. It's on you what you gonna do. I just want us to deal with the loss tonight. And realize it might be just a movement out the way for your greatest comeback. You ain't had your greatest yet. Most of y'all ain't even in y'all prime to say that this is the best life has to offer y'all. If you saying that already and you not an OG or a legitimate big mama or auntie, ain't real. What do you want to do with your biggest loss? Because we need to talk about it. Are you there in your head yet? Like I said, it could be that woman you broke up with 2 years ago, but just because you see her every now and then, you still angry and hurt. You ain't slept with that man and been with that man in 3 years, and you still hating on that man. And I'm just telling you that loss that you you still grieving over, could have been the blocking from your greatest comeback. You might need to put yourself in the position for your greatness by not grieving situations that over with. I know you love that job, man, but damn, we tired of hearing about that pissy job. And she can't even keep a man for talking about a man that ain't studying her. Ain't that crazy? This man done took you out on a damn date, and you talking about somebody that you say hurt you 4 years ago. letting that stand in the way of your greatest comeback to the point where you don't even see you might have had a great one sitting across the table from you. You can't make this up. It's all about the community that you are willing to build for yourself, people. What does your community look like tonight? Who is your closest ally, and is he or she logical enough to tell you simply when you right and wrong? That's all. It ain't about PhDs, high school diplomas, or GEDs. It ain't about none of that. I just want you to take the time and tell me who's your closest ally. Because, see, now we're going to go ahead on and we're going to wrap this up. And we're going to realize and accept the fact that loss is necessary in order to win. We're going to wrap this up and do that again. And remember that loss is necessary in order to win. We're finna grow up tonight and realize that in order to know sunshine, you got to know the rain. I didn't say that. Frankie Beverly said that. Have you caught that weather up the road yet?
No. Yeah, it started raining about 8.
I guess we might as well not be consumed about it. We got to live with whatever anyway now, right?
I got on.
Well, that's good. I don't like to have a hand in wrong, though, making mistakes, but I guess I'm human. Y'all, please don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit it. How's the weather with y'all? Right as of right now, we are at 29 degrees with a real feel with heavy snow, it's saying. It's saying it's snowing out there now. Over here on my HP, it's saying it's snowing somewhere now here in the Delta. Let me see where it's at. I ain't even looked out the door. Yeah, we are right now, Russell. I am in the Mississippi Delta. I am getting ready to go live because I am showing snow. I'm checking now. With snow, ice, we are under a severe storm warning right now. That is about to go to a watch. We are at 29 degrees. Wind at 5 miles an hour, humidity at 96, dew point at 27. Heavy snowfall. I am smack dab in the middle of Jackson. I tell you like this here, the Mississippi Delta is in the middle of between Memphis, Tennessee, and the capital of Mississippi, Jackson. We are what's in the middle. We are called the Delta, the lower part. Let me look at this window, Russ, and see what we got out here. Because I might have to plug up and go live straight from this live. I had planned on it being a totally separate live. No, it's not here yet. So I got a little bit of time to charge up all my devices. I will be going live. If you get a chance, please join me later. If you hadn't subscribed, Russell, subscribe and hit that notification and see some real live feed. I'm going to try and go as long as my devices and the temperatures outside allow me to. I'm going to run as long because I want to see the metamorphosis of from when it starts to where it's supposed to be in the morning at 7 a.m. But by it being so bitterly cold, I don't know how my camcorder is going to do. And I don't know how my iPhone, because I only have the 14, I don't know how it's going to do under these adverse winter conditions. Let's talk about it now. I still got some time before this next live stream. I need you to consider and let me know what are you still be grieving over? Let me get this charged up, y'all. I'm sorry. I know I'm moving the camera. But I got a feeling this weather's right around the corner. There we go. And I'm hoping as many of y'all stay with me as you can. I might go straight out there to the snow. Yeah, we are in the middle of a winter storm watch here in the Mississippi Delta. Y'all will be getting, as long as my systems are up. Yeah, you know it, Russell. Is it LaQuille? I'm going to say Snyder, and I don't want to insult you. Thank you for that. Snyder said in New Jersey, it's 20 degrees here in New Jersey. Look at Russell. He trying to be messy, talking about got to lay on the big mama tonight. Go on, Russell. But you ain't lying. I hope everything is fine with y'all tonight, Snyder. As well as you, Russell. What is the weather there, Russell? All right, our real field is okay, okay. Are y'all gonna get into this rain, ice, and snow, or what? Or y'all just gonna be cold this weekend, Russell? Okay, well, I'm gonna pray for y'all safety too. Here in this small town here, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, we do not have a great infrastructure. Too much rain, our power goes off. The last time we were expecting weather like this, we did not have power for 2 weeks. So y'all pray for us. And don't forget about the Wi-Fi's up there in California that's impacting so many people's lives. We want to send a prayer and a shout out to them too tonight. We pray for protection from the elements tonight. 'Cause I don't know how this weekend gonna turn out because this is an old neighborhood with a lot of old trees. No, I'm kind of old camper. I have all alternative butane tanks and heaters. I brought everything in from the cabin. Um, Here in the big house, we have natural gas, so we never lose heat. The biggest thing is power, so I got from solar to flash to big candles. Now, if I was out in the country, I would have to have a generator. All the time. And then when you don't know, but I got a bad colon, and I've been trying not to have some of it cut out. And so the doctor has always recommended that I use coffee helps. I don't, ever since he recommended it does. I feel like it helps. So I do drink a lot of coffee. Because my colon is only functioning at 50%. I think it's the caffeine. When it soaks up, I think it's kind of relaxing, keep the colon from constricting and rejecting fluids or whatever that builds up massive amounts of pressure that accompanies pain, and it really feels it's like it's the worst. Trust me, bro, it is the worst. And I already have cervical disc disorder for when I build bridges, and that forced me to have to retire early. I didn't find out about my colon until 2 years ago. My spinal injury happened 3 years ago. But yeah, I think it was more or less the caffeine and it being a natural bean product. The colon seems to absorb caffeine, a warm caffeine product, and help kind of keep it flushed out better. That was from mine. It works. I'm gonna tell you, it does work. So if you're not a coffee drinker, consider it. No, a lot of lifting. See, I'm an amputee, Russell, and so okay, I'm gonna give you a quick one. You see this? Okay, now you see in this that I am an amputee. I've been an amputee for 26 years. Okay, okay, now this is how it started. When I moved down south, I was a professional cook. Down south, a one-hand chef, unheard of. Anyway, so I took a job in his factory and worked my way up to supervisor there. Got hurt on that job, lost his hand. I couldn't stop working. I went back to work in about a month's time because I had 5 little kids, step-steppers, and a wife. Okay, after the payoff on that accident, I bought some commercial property and I opened a business that was very successful. Now I'm out here with one hand. I was the godfather of custom wheels, aftermarket wheels. So really in this area, I was the biggest tire and wheel, dealer in this whole South area, Delta area. But picking up all those 20s and 24s and 26s, then I gave the business to my sons. I couldn't do it no more. So I gave the business to my sons, and I went back to like building bridges, engineering. I did that for 7 years, dealing with that steel and concrete, and that's when that's when all the injuries kicked in with my spine, and I couldn't work. My hand was locking up, shoulder locking up, neck locking up because of the nerve damage in my spine. Yeah, that's what I did for a living. I was blessed to do it, yes. All fact. You could come and visit me right now, Russell, and I have a mechanic in the building now. I could take you to any of the local stores around here and they'll know me and call my name and tell you that's one of the best men I know. So I don't just come in here and just talk out the side of my neck. You can come here and strangers are people that know me or verify who I am. Everywhere I go, I can take you to my local Walmart and people gonna be in there working and shopping that know OG. I can take you to City Hall, anywhere, the local store, corner store, and people will vouch for me. It's all OG. Ain't nothing fake about me. They know that I raised my children on my own in this town. They know that I did it all. I am him. I am that man. And I'm grateful to God he allowed me to take care of my family and be successful, even with one hand. And that was a loss. But I got wealthy behind that loss, Russell. I was able to buy a home behind that loss, Russell. I love, you see this? This is something I paid $3 for that has a value of, at the least, resale value of $150. I love my items like this. You see this clown? I would just strictly do my reselling. I paid $2 for this clown. This clown is valued. This crystal clown is valued at over $150. So this is what I would do. This porcelain clown right here. So I love it. You know I love my Jordans. I would just keep reselling on a small scale and keep living. It's a lot of work. That's a young man's game. I do miss it because I help perfect the wheel business down here. I got invited every year to every dub show from here to New Orleans to Memphis when I was in business. Every year I got invited, took my sons, the whole nine. Personal tickets that Dub made sure. I was just that well known in the aftermarket business. And I don't say that to boast, we just talking about it, and I'm just telling you the truth. Your OG was the Chrome Man. And that's why I don't take, now I'm going to tell you something that is, now, if I had to, the service business is always big. If you could do a mobile tire repair, you can make some money, Russell. Because see, there's some people I have in flats on side of the road at work all day, every day. Now, if I had to, and I had the physical strength to get around, buy me a nice truck with a trailer, where I could put a cover on it, so I could have me a nice size tire changer, compressor, and computer balancer on there. And I would have me a number where people would call me, and they would have to have a credit card or a cash app card because they would have to pay half before I got there, and half I wouldn't even play about my money. I didn't play about my money when I was in business. And a lot of people I gave credit because I was a black-owned business in the black community. Back then, you could actually give a single mom credit for a set of tires, and she would pay you a certain amount of money on a week without trying to sell you, give it to you in cash. She actually meant what she said. She would pay down on her set of tires, and every week, she would come and pay on her tires. So I carried accounts. Me and my wife carried accounts when we were in business. We didn't just make great money off our community. We actually supported. We let people owe us for flats. We gave away more air than we sold. Probably about $60 a tire. That's the service aspect. What you got to pay for on the tire tip, that's on you. Whether you bought a tire from me, if you would be $60 if you were within a 50-mile radius. If you were above a 50-mile radius, you would be $100. And I would not exceed the $100, So if you got to pay $25 for a tire plug, that's 25 plus $60. That's $85 on that service call. No ifs, and buts about it. I don't care if it take me 3 minutes to get you going. That's beside the point. If you got to buy a $200 tire, that ain't got nothing to do with me. It's still going to be $200 plus whatever that state sales tax is, plus that service fee. Yeah, but you know what? The Kill Boys and a few more other criminal situations have made it so much harder to get in cars from the door and the windows now. Everything is almost electronic, and to get one of those machines that will bypass and electronically unlock or get the code to your car costs so much you would have to really, really be prepared to invest a lot of money in a piece of machine that's this big. That's just ain't even this tall. Handheld. That you'd have to plug in whenever, to the door or something. They are almost unlocking people cars with Bluetooth devices now. Now the older model cars you can still use the Slim Jims, the airbag, and all that other stuff. But nowadays these cars now, from probably about 2015 on up, they have actually manufactured those cars harder to access the key entrance on the door, the handle, as well as the top of the windows in the sides. Yeah, you must. You must, Russell. Because if it don't make dollars, it's not gonna make sense this year, especially in the Trump era. There will be no extra money out there for people like us, Russell. I worked I was building bridges and I was on salary. And trust me when I tell you that there will not be any substantial raises. There will be plenty of layoffs. Fortune 500 will cut back under the Trump administration because profit comes first, not people. Get ready for it. So if it's anything you can make some side money with, now is the time to invest in yourself. It's tough. You gotta have help. It takes two people making $20 an hour just to make a decent living. One person making $20 an hour cannot support and take care of a whole family. It takes two people making $20 an hour. Because that's $1,000 a week, $750 take home pay. The average family can't make it off of $1,500 to $1,800 a week, with the average mortgage being $1,500 to $2,000 a week. That's one pay period. The only way you can make it off of $20 an hour is being with somebody that's making $20 an hour or more. We cannot afford to make decisions based off of love anymore. We must include economics with our relationships. A broke ass woman or man should not be able to do nothing but get a little sex and a little something to eat and go home. You can't be nothing but a friend. We not gonna be serious. You got some good coochie, but you broke, baby. You always begging with your good coochie self. You got good coochie, but I can't pay all that for that. If you don't want to see me no more, I buy you dinner. Sometimes I even get your hair fixed because you got good coochie, but you got student loans, you got bad credit, your car ain't running right, and I ain't finna help you take care of nobody else's kid. Y'all gotta be real, the same with women. It's too hard out here to be taking care of a man or a woman. That ain't bringing nothing. Ain't nothing worse than a broke ass woman or man with their health and strength, with their excuses. Ain't lying now. Ain't nothing worse than a broke ass man or woman talking about a relationship. Y'all can't do that in 2025. I don't care what she look like, Russell. You can't do that in 2025, Russell. If she broke with bad credit, you just gonna have to tell her the truth. How much? That's all you can do. How much, baby? I'm telling y'all now. Listen, ladies, if that Mandingo broke with bad credit, go on and let him beat it up and go on home, girl. I might. Sorry about that, y'all. Oh. Exactly. Exactly. You better tell them why they around here talking about what a man, how much money a man got to earn. Now, how much you earn? Because I'm concerned, baby, about how we going to live the rest of our life. I ain't got time to be worried about you taking pictures in the finest restaurants right now for social media. I'm talking about how we going to eat at night, at home, in our home, or we're going to be renting. Don't tell me what two people making $1,000 a week can't. They can live like kings and queens. Now, Russell, what if I told you I know some women at Walmart making $25 an hour? Russell, what if I told you I know some women working at McDonald's making $25 an hour? Russell, what if I told you I know some women working at Target making $25 an hour? We have got to take the picture out of our head that it's a certain critique of women that we are looking for and look at all women and make the best choice for us tonight, Russell. I'm sorry to tell y'all tonight, being an OG, relationships are just not as tough as y'all making them out to be. I'm not gonna apologize for that. I'm sorry, but not sorry. All this complication and bull crap that y'all putting in to keep from wifing and husbanding one another, but y'all ass can live together for 10 years, break up, and all he get out of is child support, and all she get is not enough money to support the kid. I ain't trying to hear y'all sad stories. I'm telling you that man, it is a man that's been working at Taco Bell for 8 years, making $23 an hour that makes a good living. And y'all helpers won't even look at him. Exactly, Russ. Won't even look at him. This man been at Walmart for 6 years, making $26 an hour. And you won't even look at him when he speak to you. You can't make this up, Russ. I know these men. I know good young men right now work for the Department of Corrections, work for the Federal Correctional Department, but because he works for corrections, they want to holler, I don't want to date him because he the police. Come on, man. Because they be, listen, I done stopped opening doors for women that's not my women folk, because they won't even say thank you, Russell. And I'm an OG. I opened the door for 2 women the other day, and it was cold. Waited on them. They looked me right in my face when they passed me. And now one of them sisters said, thank you. I said, right then, I'm old with. All y'all don't deserve a gentleman. And that's why they ain't got no man, Russell. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Most women my age are not homeowners. Most women that's working, they couldn't retire and still keep everything they was blessed with. They would lose everything, and they don't own nothing. It is a reason why we are men. We do know how to navigate the man aspect of this world a whole lot better than women. And they got to accept us, accept it, and let us play our part. But because We don't have the big chains on. And the rapper jeans, they don't listen to us. We ain't nothing. You know what? Let me read this to y'all. Now, Russell say they are single and struggling, paying for that home. And the attitude is like, I didn't ask you. That's why you never volunteer help. You can only afford to be a gentleman with a woman that you are seriously interested in or your own women folk in your family. And I mean including opening doors, um, extending the olive branch when you see a woman down or whatever. I'm sorry. If you ask her what's wrong, she might flip out on you. They made it like this, and if they don't change, we got to keep it moving. I would be afraid that I almost asked a woman I saw sitting in her car crying. I would be afraid to tap on her window and ask her, ma'am, are you okay? Because I don't know what kind of response I would get. And that's sad, man. I'm an OG with gray hair. I'm harmless with one hand. There's nothing threatening that you will see about me. Nothing threatening. And I would be apprehensive on tapping on that woman saying, ma'am, are you okay? I'm sorry, but are you okay? Because I don't know what her response would be. Am I wrong? Maybe. I didn't create it like this. They mama. See, I knew when Big Mama started being 42 years old, we were in trouble. See, I watched Big Mama go from 60. You see what I'm saying? I watched Big Mama go from 60 to 42 overnight almost. I knew we were in trouble. And no husband. Y'all let me get some power. Because I'm going straight from one, depending on the weather, going from one live to another, you know. This is going to be one of the worst, I believe. I hope I'm wrong, but one of the worst storms, winter storms that we're going to have in the Delta that I've seen since, I'm tempted to say 90, 97, 98. I think we had that last big ice storm. Yeah. And I'm sorry, and I love, and when I say black women, it's not to be racist. I just don't have personal relationships. The only personal relationship I've had with a Caucasian woman was my stepmother. And I loved her. That's the only relationship, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, the only relationship that I've had with a white lady was my stepmother. Everything else has been black women. So that's why I say black women, because I love my women and that's all I know and that's all I've been with. But until our black women learn respect for their man, things are gonna stay the same, Russell. They don't respect us. They just don't. And they need to redefine what the quality of a black man is. Because we are so much more than money. We are so much more than cars. It is sad that a woman is, like you say, so immature and so caught up in the cosmetics of life and in this world that she don't think that the value of a man is gonna come into play. We are facing an ice storm where this small town is full of single mothers with stair-steppers that may lose power within the next 24 hours with no man in sight to help. Y'all understand me tonight? With no man in sight. I do not exaggerate this story. This is a small town with a lot of single-parent homes. And right now, we are under a severe storm watch. And can you imagine a single mother trapped in a house with no power and can't drive, got a car but can't go nowhere, trapped in an apartment, and they have central air, meaning when the electricity go off, the heat goes off, and no man there to protect or get them the hell away from them, or no man in their lives that have prepared for this storm coming. It's some women that thought all they had to do is go get something to eat. They don't even have a candle, a lantern, a flashlight. But right now, they don't see no value in no man. See, somebody can get sick. It's that man's job to get out there in that snow and ice and go get help and bring it back. That's what we do. Under any circumstance or storm, when I was raising my kids and was over them little ones and that woman, if anything went down, I was taking that hit. Still today, I take the hit. I'm OG. I'm in the line of fire. See, that's what you get with a good man. But nowadays, you got modern women that really don't see the value in a decent, good man. I was not wealthy when my wife met me. Honestly, I didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. It is the pride and ego and vanity. Vanity most of all. They care more about what it looked like than what it is. Bunch of fake relationships and a bunch of fake wealth. Bunch of broke ass people running around and pretending like they got money and successful. You know, they got it bad on YouTube. See, I don't come up here with all this old fancy stuff and mics coming out the ceiling. I'm saving for a good mic to give better clarity to y'all. Big fancy fake looking studio. No, this me, man. I'm your normal, good man from the west side of Chicago by way of South Memphis that to put in work. That's only here to share his experience, strength, and hope with y'all. Telling y'all tonight to let your losses go. And embrace them. Because with those losses, you will know when you're winning again. How you gonna win? You're gonna be disciplined, you're gonna be consistent, and you're gonna keep it real at all costs with yourself. Meaning, if it don't sound right, it ain't right. And I'm gonna only make sound, logical decisions. I will not make any decisions based off my feelings. Every black man I know that made a decision based off of his feelings made the wrong decision. That is a woman thing. Women make decisions based off of how they feel or what they think. Men are only supposed to make logical, rational decisions in all things. Even with who they share their seed with. I know pride holding them back. Pride, ego, and vanity. We have got to get to the point, Russell, where we realize who we are as men. Once you know your value, once you don't have to stay away from social media. No, you don't. You need to stay away from people that are not giving off positive energy. It is, I tell people all the time, Russell, You are what you eat. We take it in. Listen, all us content creators, are not on here for the clicks and views. But you know what determines who we watch? According to how popular they are. Or if they trending. Listen, let me tell you something. Under normal circumstances, you got people that get 50K or more per video that won't even say hi to people that support and subscribe to them. You can't make this up, Russ. But y'all listen to them. Stop watching it, Russell. It's not going to help you. It's not going to help you better yourself as a man, in a relationship, from a social standing, from an entertainment standpoint. Man, you see enough bullcrap through the day. What make us think it's okay to live out here in this real world and take in the real world that's full of crap and then come back home at the end of the day and listen to crap? Come on, we got to do better. Yeah. And they do it on purpose to trigger you. They don't want you to be better than to learn nothing. They just want to trigger you to click. It's working, Russell. It's working on you. You are what you eat. How do people get to be overweight and obese, Russell? That's the only example I can give. Okay. You are what you eat on social media. If all you keep listening to is Charleston White, you going to start thinking and talking like a Charleston White. You ain't got to believe me. Just start doing it. Man, you will change your whole perspective on people and be a hypocrite. This a man that's actually trying to set up a situation between kids, and he made his mark against people that was victimizing kids and gangsters. Come on now. You are what you eat. Quit taking it in. If they ain't lived through it, I'm going to tell you how to determine that. When they start their videos off, Russell, and as long as it's about a laugh, but don't laugh about everything he says, Russell, because some of that stuff is God-awful, and you never want to curse yourself. See, that's the danger, is that if you truly got a higher power, he holds you responsible for your heart, and you got to ask yourself, is it really funny laughing at how he's talking about somebody's mother or a dead loved one or somebody that done fell off? Would I appreciate that if that was somebody I loved or respected he was talking about? Now, if it was okay for him to say these things about somebody that you love or really like, then I get it. But we don't need to laugh about everything. I'm going to say it like this here. I love Corey Holcomb. You hear me? I love Corey Holcomb. But when he called his daughter the B word, I couldn't agree with that. That was too much, Corey. That wasn't right. I love Corey Holcomb. But when he came for Will Smith, and we all know Will Smith ain't never did nothing to nobody, ain't never been rumored to do nothing to nobody, and you on there defaming and disrespecting that man for being a good black man, a good role model. As of right now, Will Smith ain't never been caught up in no mess. So for Corey Holcomb to talk about him and to treat him that way for clicks and views, I didn't like that. That's what I mean. Everything is not funny, Corey Holcomb say. Yeah, much as I love Corey Holcomb, everything he say ain't funny, man. And I know he do that for shock, for clicks and views, for the trigger people. And that ain't right. That's all I'm saying. I don't judge nobody on who they are entertained about. But everything is not funny. If you on here cracking jokes and celebrating a mother grieving about the loss of her child, no matter what this child did, you shouldn't be mocking and making fun of the mother. That's all I'm saying. I tell people all the time, I have nothing personal against how Charleston White gets his coin. But are we as black men going too far with what's coming out of our mouth against one another and our women? Come on, Russell. Yes, we are. And is it backed up by proof? No. It's all gossip, triggering for clicks and views. Now we think we have a right to say anything about anybody, no matter how it hurts, just for clicks and views. Come on, man. Yeah, OG feel like we need to check ourselves. So you are correct. When you right, Russ. There's absolutely nothing wrong with Charleston White. I'm just saying, like Corey Holcomb, everything is not funny. And calling your daughter, being the father of a daughter, calling your own daughter, even though you say that her daughter has been misled and corrupted by the mother. Exactly, Status. Even though he say his daughter has been corrupted by the mother and greed and social media, his only answer was to call her a B. No, that wasn't funny, man. I'm a big fan. I'm going to tell you again, I was a fan of Corey Pritchard, Corey SSG. I followed him, subscribed to him, commented on his posts, trying to help his algorithm, watch commercials on his channel to help with his income, and he tried to scam me. I ain't gonna lie, when he tried to scam me, I believed him, and I was kind of down. And he tried to scam me. I don't agree with everything these folks do. And we gotta tell them we don't agree with everything. It's okay for you to tell Charleston White, hey bro, I'm a fan. That's a lot. No matter what he says, you still gotta be a black man, Russ. You still owe your community the truth. You owe your community the truth. See, they got enough going on. We got enough liars, gamers, gangsters, gangbangers, everything going on in our communities. It's a few of us black men that have made it out or know how to get out, and we owe them the truth. I owe y'all the truth. And everything not funny. That's all I'm saying. I've actually heard men use this platform to come against grieving mothers. No, black men shouldn't talk. Shouldn't be that way. No, not black men. I can't speak for no other race of men because I'm a black man. Black men should not be involving children in their mess. We know that's wrong. We know when you get a certain age, you shouldn't be out here hanging out with people's 20-year-olds and you 47 and 50 years old, especially if you're not telling them nothing right. We are doing things that should be unacceptable, and we should at least love that person enough to say, listen, I support you, but that's a lot you saying or doing. That's all I'm saying. That's it. No put down, no shade, get your money. Now, also, I'm going to always be honest with y'all and tell y'all that there's a certain behavior and there are guardrails on the road for behavior for OGs and uncles. I know that y'all don't want to hear that because everything is being cracked into jokes because we think we can say anything. When you're an OG or a real uncle, you lift your young black men up. You do not tear them down no matter what. See, I will check a youngster about what he's done wrong because I will tell him, you doing this dumb crap when you don't even have to. See, I'm gonna tell you about the wrong you doing. I'm not gonna get on this app and wish this man jail, wish this man death, wish this man's family dishonor by his death. I'm not gonna do that. I'm OG. No bereavement is funny. There were guardrails when I was in the street. You kids were off limits, mothers and family were off limits. That's when we were in them streets. You did not have your mouth or go after the mother or the children. You didn't do that. So before y'all get upset with what I say about some of y'all biggest social media stars, realize I'm only speaking from my experience, strength, and hope of what things were and where they are today. No, my uncles were teachers on what you should and should not do. My OGs were teachers and disciplinarians. Because see, back then, if a real OG caught you doing anything that would cause you, your mama, or your community any embarrassment or harm, he'd hit you in your mouth himself. Y'all just don't remember what OGs and uncles really are for. So y'all get upset with me when I tell y'all that they not talking like that's an uncle. That ain't no uncle. That's an aunt. That's an auntie. That's not your aunt. That's an auntie. It's not your aunt. Because an aunt ain't going to be twerking with you, baby. Your aunt ain't going to be twerking with you at the club. Russell, we want to consider that this is a perfect world. And that all men are going to walk away tonight and wake up by the grace of their higher power, whom I choose to call God, and going to be fair, logical men. Do you know how quick things would change in our community? You do realize, Russell, we are in charge of our community. Now I know Russell listened to me, so I'm going to stop his train of thought with community right there because I don't want him to get community mixed up. And I think that Russell may get when I say community mixed up with community. What is your community, Russell? The family that you going to start and create. When I say community, I'm not talking about outside your door. I'm talking about the community inside your door. I'm talking about that woman that you're going to choose to bear children with, and y'all going to stick through thick and thin, and y'all going to raise them together. And you're going to build your own community with your own rules, with your own principles, and your own morals, and you're going to have a certain expectation as the head of your family, the head of your tribe, that things are going to be done according to the rules that you set forth, not just for yourself, but for your wife and your children. That's the community I'm talking about. You going to make sure that you send a good young man or a good young lady out there in society. That's the community I'm talking about you responsible for. Your own community. have to learn how to be responsible to your own community. You have to. You have no choice in the matter. Things have gotten just that bad out here. Oh Lord, I stayed as long as I have. I want to thank y'all for coming to join me tonight. If you don't catch this live, if you did not catch this live stream still, I respectfully ask you, don't forget to hit that like button, respectfully comment and subscribe. I'm your OG. I'm only here to make you think. I only want to bring out the logical man or woman in you. I want to tell you tonight, you are not as bad as society, your woman or your man or your mama or your daddy say you are. You are in control of you. You are in control of you. With a small amount of behavior modification and changing your people, places, and things, you will soar the rest of this year. Oh, yes, indeed. The sky will be your limit this year. Trust OG. Bring that discipline back in your life. Bring that consistency back into your life that you need, man. Make sure the woman that you lay next to loves you for you. If she don't love you, you know what you do? You know what I want you to start doing with these women? I want y'all to stop taking off y'all clothes, making love to these women that y'all don't care about seeing or calling the next day. Unzip your pants, get your rocks off, and go home. Stop making women that don't mean you no good feel more special than what they are. Now y'all up in there making, y'all know they ain't no good, but y'all up in there making butt-naked love to them instead of just unzipping your pants. Pulling your basketball shorts down. Stop getting out your clothes. Girl, if you want to get that Mandingo song, learn how to just be sneaky, bend over, touch your toe, get your rocks off, go home. Because if you put a baby in you or you move him in, you're not going to get that ninja out your house. And he going to wreck your car and your credit. Y'all, just because he had good meat, y'all let that man wreck y'all car, y'all credit, and y'all sanity. Just because that girl could spit and swallow, that girl done wreck the whole life. Because you done went in there and made love to her. Nope. We're going to start wearing clothes again, jeans with zippers on them. And if she says she going to give us some, we going in that bedroom and you ain't taking off your clothes. You ain't even going to unbuckle your belt. You just going to unzip your pants and do your bidding and you're going to go home. You ain't going to leave there. Why would you do all that and then leave her some money too? Y'all got them feeling too good. I don't understand. You paying for it. It's about you and for you. Honestly, she can be quiet. You ain't even got to moan if I got to pay for it. If I think you feeling too good, I'm going to want a discount. If it were me, that's why I ain't never been into paying for pleasure. Because I'm like, if I'm paying for this, why you getting off? I want a discount. Or just shut up. Hey, I'm y'all OG. Don't be ashamed of me now. Don't be ashamed of me now. Now you know they weren't gonna let that. You know, Russell, they weren't gonna let that come through. I got that message though, Russell. But now you know YouTube wasn't gonna let that come through there. You know, I keep all mine set up to the point where all my videos and live streams are always advertiser friendly. I apologize, we can't talk a little bit more frankly or honestly, but I am trying to build a YouTube channel that does carry legitimate residual income or sponsorship because of great, safe content for all advertisers. So I apologize for my strict censorship of comments here. Anything YouTube don't catch, Status gonna catch, because he is my... If YouTube don't stop it, Status Boom gonna stop it. He always back in the cut. He takes care of all that for me. When I make it big, I'm gonna bring him off the bench and he gonna be something with me. I appreciate Status Boom's support. He always protects my channel, always protects my live streams, and I want to take the time to thank Status Boom for always monitoring to my live streams to make sure nobody gets out of line and nobody says anything inappropriate to another anybody else that comes in here, because respect comes first here. You can have whatever opinion you want. We will only respectfully disagree with you. We will not allow anybody to call you out your name because they don't agree with you or disrespect you here. You are welcome here. No, it ain't. That's the best thing going. No. That's what's going on anyway. Think about it, Russell. They want you to spend $100 or better on dinner. Now they telling some of y'all to get their nails done before y'all even go to the date. Then some of them want y'all to give them some money. So just cut to the chase. Listen, girl, I like you. You looking good. You always smelling good. I don't mean no harm. But we might well cut to the chase. I like to have a little bit of you. And I just need to know what it'll cost me. Just keep it 100. That's what I would do. I wouldn't even lie to him. Not if you do it my way. Once you meet her, instead of taking it, once y'all have a respectable, grown conversation, then you just gonna have to be real and tell her what your intentions are. Just tell her, baby, you are insatiable. You look beautiful to me, and I would really love to spend some personal time with you. I just don't know what it would take for me to get there. And hopefully she'll respect the truth enough to tell you. Whether you got a chance, or we can talk about it, or what. Hey man, I ain't gonna lie to no woman. After you get, not just straight out like that now, Russell. I'm saying after you introduce yourself to her and y'all trying to talk on the phone, y'all trying to text backwards and forwards, and you know you leaning into that direction, and she's allowing you to conversate. See, it's a reciprocation. If she's receiving you in the mindset that you presenting, that you see her sexually attractive, and she actually has already acknowledged that she knows you would like to be with her, then I think you should cut to the chase and say, what does it take, baby? You grown, I'm grown. I am not a disrespectful man, but I don't believe in lying to no woman. I want you. If you're trying to be courted, I would like to know. If you need help from time to time for your time, I need to know. If you're looking for a husband, I need to know. But y'all have got to start being honest, asking these women what they want. Because some of them just want some help. I'm just going to tell you the truth. Y'all just think a lot of these women just want some relationship. A lot of these women just want some help with their bills, and you come through and bang, bang, bang and keep it moving. A lot of these women big gave up on a relationship. That's a good way. And if she come over, you already know. Hey, if you say that in a respectable way, ain't nothing wrong with that. That ain't no sugar daddy. You paying for services that's rendered at that time. Bro, you got to pay for pleasure either way it go. If you out there in the streets and ain't got no wife. I'm telling you, what's the cost of dating now to get some? What is the average cost of dating to get some now? No, I'm saying let's cut to the chase. Because y'all are going under the presumption that these women are looking for husbands and boyfriends. When all they want is some help when they need help. They just would really like a mature man that's looking to be with a good, reliable, confident woman that needs help from time to time. Call it what you want to. But if she getting what you want and she grown, and you getting what you want and you grown, it ain't never one of y'all got no wife or no husband at home. Y'all can play this however y'all want to, as long as it's respect in it. Whatever her reason is or why she wants the money, ain't got nothing to do with you, Russell. She can want it to put money on a book for her baby daddy. Ain't got nothing to do with what you want from her. Remember the beginning of this conversation, Russell. We are talking about the lay down, get down. We're not talking about friendship, none of that. We were talking about how to avoid the expense of expensive dates when you know all you want is the hit. You got to be honest about it. Well, they're not the ones. Things are changing financially every day for women. It used to be a time they were uppity. But I'm going to tell you something. Again, and I hate to sound like a broken record, but these high society, entitled, getting all these entitlements, help with rent, help with grocery, help with insurance. Dude, I don't know how they doing in New York City, but in the South, they are cutting all these things. These women will need good men in their corner. The struggle is gonna be real and it's coming. Bro, they already by next month or by March saying that women cannot buy pizza and junk food and soda pop on EBT. They are bringing a program back where you got to volunteer or work a certain many hours, no matter how old your child is, to get food stamps now. They are cutting back on Section 8 and low-income housing. They frozen that program. They are actually, right as we speak, taking women off of Section 8 and out for the low-income housing list. So you know what? They can have their head way up there, but they're going to need some real help. Moving Pookie in for the free is not going to be an option. So you know what? If you know you that brother that find women attractive, but right now you're not looking for marriage or an old lady, and you're not looking for that $300 or $400 date, I think you got the perfect plan. Listen, I like you and I like to spend some time with you, but I don't throw away money and I don't know your financial situation, but we can chill, Netflix and chill, and we can cook something together at the house, and I can put that in your pocket for you and the kid. Or kids, whatever the situation is, Russell. I'm just being honest. You ain't got nothing to lose, bro. What's your alternative? You know, what's your alternative? Take another woman out for at the least they want you to spend $100. Because they want the Facebook pictures and them Instagram pictures with the mixed fruity drinks. So that, you know, then they going to want to stop at their favorite place and get what they normally eat. Some greasy chicken wings or some fried bologna sandwiches from the corner store. They're going to want you to pick that up and pick them a couple of cans up of Four Loko for her and the kids. So just cut to the chase. Say, listen, that $100 that the Mexican restaurant finna get, I'd rather give it to you. Rusty, let me know how it turn out. Russell, I ain't lying to you. Man, when I get some money, I got some people to come and visit and kick it with for a weekend. You gonna be one of my favorite people first on the list, Russell. Cause you know I ain't never been to North Carolina. I'm telling you, especially if you got your own place, Russell, or you got roommates, or even if you in your family home and y'all got that understanding. Come on, man. It is some women out here that appreciate honesty that do need the help. I'm just telling you the truth, man. They out here. Oh man, don't y'all forget now, Russell, all y'all, anybody that's in here, y'all please don't forget to hit that like button. Also, y'all please say a prayer for LA in the LA area. Y'all know they all being hit real hard by those wildfires and the loss is devastating all the way across the board. Please say a prayer tonight for them. Also, we are under a severe winter storm warning right now. It is expected that we could be getting anywhere from 4 to 12 inches of ice, snow, and rain with severe plummeting temperatures. Now, we do not have infrastructure here, so we are prone on being without power. So y'all pray for the Mississippi Delta too. I will be going live during this situation. So if you can join me, please join me for a little while. As long as I got power and my devices don't freeze up, I will be going live. Um, it worked. It works, Russell. It works, Russell. I would not listen. Start, like I said, you got women in places that you did not even realize how good a money a combination is. We've learned that tonight. Let's recap, Russell, before I let you go. Russell, I'm gonna let you know again that it is a woman at Taco Bell right now that's been there over 5 years, and she makes over $800 a week take home pay. She makes about $24, $25 an hour. It is a woman at Walmart or your local dollar store that's been there for years that's making good money. Russell, we're going to stop overlooking those women and tell them, ask them how they doing today and tell them they look nice today, whether they do or not. We are going to start practicing commenting and complimenting women from all walks of life. Not just, this is an exercise, Russell, on their exercise. I need you to start practicing on admiring all women by complimenting them every opportunity that respectfully that you get a chance of. Even if she's not attractive, if she has her hair done, tell her she look nice today. I want you to change your perception of women as a whole. Because we trying to get somebody over there to the house now. That's what we trying to do. Now, that's going to come out in the normal conversation, Russell. That's going to come out in the regular texting. The things that you want to know is, it's small ways you can find out if these women qualify. Because in normal conversation, Russell, you're going to be like, I don't remember seeing you here. How long you been working here? You see what I'm saying? See, a woman's work history is very important. Very important. Stay away from the women they never had. They got this job. Oh, I just got this job a little while ago, I was at here, here, and here. No, look at what the title said: consistency, discipline. Anybody in their right mind know that in order to make a good salary or to get raises on the job, you got to be on the job long enough. So if you're changing 3 jobs a year, you ain't gonna never make no good salary. So you ain't talking to her. You listening for that woman been on their job 5 years or better. So you know that she done got all the raises and she in a pretty decent financial situation. Then you want to find out what kind of car she drives. Yeah. And then you want to slick find out, is the car in her name? If that car has been co-signed in her name, if she had to have a co-signer to get that car, and she's 30 years old, 32 years old, that means her credit shot. She done been messed herself off. You don't want nothing with her. Not no relationship. She can't get a pack of gum on credit. Man, you don't want no woman that ain't got no credit, done destroyed her credit, or student loans done destroyed her credit. That means y'all can't even buy a house or a car together, bro. Y'all can't buy nothing together. Now, how y'all got a future and can't buy nothing together? Because she got $30,000 in delinquent student loans. The only way you can qualify the house is if you put it in her name. I mean, in your name. You can't even put her name on your house. Because her credit's so bad. Yeah, it's a bunch of them out here with these nice cars, and their mama or grandmama or daddy had to co-sign for them. No, don't get no woman that her car is co-signed. So find out who car she got. All right? No, you ain't looking for no woman gonna be. You gonna look for a woman that need extra sometimes. Change that, Russell. You ain't looking for no woman with no financial hardship. I'm sorry, son, I'm keeping you up. No, you ain't looking for that type of chick. That's a beggar there. Now you get you one that's having financial hardship. That's the one gonna tell you about her phone bill after one text. One text, she gonna be telling you about her phone bill. You don't want no begging ass woman. And that's all you're gonna get with a woman. I'm talking about a working woman that's got a decent job that sometimes come up short, bro. And she lonely too. That's what you looking for. She lonely too, and she need the help. They out there. You just gotta trust your OG on this one, man. By just getting to know them. I done told you where to look. I done told you to make sure they not riding around here in that new car that's co-signed. Because she too damn old for to have somebody co-signing for her. Too damn old. And then you got 3 different baby daddies. 2 different baby daddies. All that love and all that time, you ain't got nothing to show for it. Well, then you know what? Russell can't help you. You too, bro. What is it, sleeping out there? Okay. Well, look like the torrential bad weather has hit. It is 9:21 Central Time here. I will probably be going doing a weather live. I don't know. I got to see if how quick it's accumulating. That ain't being no trick. A trick is a man riding around buying cat. All you telling this woman is, listen, you got needs, I got needs. And if we can work this out, we can call it whatever we want to call it. But y'all have to be honest, Russell. I'm sorry, there are women out here that really do just need a man for company. I'm sorry, they just need a man for that sometimes good Jew, because they busy, and sometimes they need a little extra money. That's all. Call it what you want to. I call it a great friendship. Friends with benefit. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's that light rain now. We got to get out of that. Okay, but then if I ask you, because if I ask you what your options are when it comes to what's out here, you're gonna have to be honest and say, OG, they want me to take them to the best restaurant, take them to the greasy spot for to take their kids home something to eat, and give them some, and they gonna give me nothing. All I'm saying is, change who you trying to meet. Realize that hardworking women need love too, and a little help too, and they okay with that. I know a few. They've told me this, and some have actually asked me. I'm gonna tell you a little secret that a few of them have actually. I've actually had good women ask my personal opinion and pull me aside and say, "Well, can I ask you something?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, baby girl, what's up?" OG, man offered me something to be with him, and I be needing that help sometime. But is that a real bad look? I thought, like I told her, I said, no. I said, it depends on you and him. If he ain't looking at it like you know street trash, if you ain't looking at him like he no trick, and he supplying your need and you supplying his need, girl, what's your option? I asked her, what's her option? Go get her a Jody or a Ray Ray that ain't gonna do nothing but give her a jug. She need extra help sometimes. And she rather have, it's a lot of women out there say, if I'm gonna give myself to a man, I know I need a man. I just don't want to be messing around with no man that just can't do nothing for me. See, it's women out there that don't want everything, but you got to do something for them. And ain't nothing wrong with a friend with benefit. Nothing. Nothing wrong with a friend with benefits. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Why? Because y'all don't have no options. You don't think about it. What's your option? You gonna spend $300 and maybe, maybe, maybe touch a titty? Come on, man. She won't even sit close to you, and you don't went way. You spent $200 on dinner, and she don't even want you to sit next to her. I'd rather give her the 200 and get it all. I'd rather give her the $200. Forget sitting next to me, sit on it. I'm just being a man. For the women that's in here, I mean absolutely no disrespect. And I apologize if you take it that way, but I do know working normal women that actually rather have a man that's gonna help them sometime and giving them that good jug and keep it moving. They do not want no man or no husband. They just like that. Ain't nothing you can say to change their mind. So if they ain't got no problem with it, why should I? Yeah, I understand it, Russ. You gonna have to get that good loving, to get that good loving, you're gonna have to sort of meet them halfway, Russ. I ain't gonna lie to you. You missing some good. But I got you. I got you. And you go and that's what I'm saying, Russ. That's their preference. They prefer you being honest and asking them, listen, I'm not trying to be funny, and I promise you, I have no problem with going out on a date with you. But I am the type of man that gives a woman an option. I cook a little bit. I love to cook you something, and because I would rather help you and give you the money for the dinner, because it'll probably help with gas, or you could probably take the kids out to McDonald's if you got a kid, or whatever you want to do with the money instead of just, you know, wasting it out here in this restaurant. Trust me, Russell. If she actually is into you, she gonna say, you know what, you right. No, ain't that. No, Nate already told her for what he wanted. Nate didn't have no chill. Nate didn't have no chill. You ain't gonna be no Nate. You gonna meet a lady. You gonna meet you a chick under friendly circumstances. She gonna be at work or you gonna be at work. You gonna introduce yourself. You gonna compliment her. Tell her she look nice today or she smelling good today. If she reciprocates, you gonna ask her, may I have your name? And you gonna fall in from there. You gonna pull a big and small. What you like? Who you be with? You gonna, baby, you gonna pull a big and small. You know, all I'm saying is the option of a date is a very expensive proposition, and you gotta find your class of women that feel and see things like you, Russell. My place is just to tell you the truth and tell you, Russell, I hear the women. There are good women out here. If you take the time to get to know them, we'll come over to your place and to get away from the house with our panties on and cook you dinner. They out here, Russell. You just looking in the wrong places. No, dating is what gonna get in your savings. Dating is what's going up. If you start breaking off $50 or $75 on whatever you helping her on, that's all she gonna ask for. These dates are going up by the date. They want more and more and more expensive dates for nothing. And then as soon as you say something sexual, they want to pretend like you a pervert or you making them feel scared. Now they finna eat it wrong. They done ate up $200 worth of crab legs and you can't bring up cat. You can't make this up. She done sat there by herself and ate up $200 worth of crab legs. And she offended because you say, you like to eat her like she eating up all that food. You can't make it up. It's your choice, Russell. Sound like you will be having a lot of fun too, but only help what you can afford to help. That's the difference. Only do what you can do. You gotta, Russell, you gotta play the hand you deal with. And and as a man, you got to be honest. Yeah, because see, as a man, you got to be honest and say like, what's more economical for me? You know, honestly, in these days and time, Russell, I've never asked you, but I'm gonna let you go, Russell. But let me ask you this: do you have a problem with a woman with a kid or two? I've never asked you that. I need to ask you that. Do you have a problem with a woman with having a kid or two? Because if you do, that's gonna limit us. If you got a problem with a woman with children, that's gonna limit us. That's gonna make my work so much harder. Cause the average black woman at least get one. My advising got to be different between it comes to a woman with kids or without kids. Okay, no more kids. Okay, it's gonna have to be like the other night, man. We're gonna have to kind of go older then. Look like you done knocked yourself into the 30 plus range, Russell. Because if she's 30 plus and ain't got no kids now, don't look like she gonna have none. So you can play with her a while. And I can't blame you for that. If I had to tell any young man, I would. If you didn't have kids yourself, or you hadn't adjusted well to being a father, financially and emotionally with your own kid, you really don't need to be signing up to be nobody's stepdad. Oh yeah, she gonna need a whole lot more, Russell. And I know that, and I know that a lot of single mothers find that to be a problem. But I'm only speaking to men that do not have children or have a child or two, and they not there right now with their own children. See, in order to be a stepfather, you have to have been a successful father. That's gonna be my next video. In order to be a stepfather, you have to have been and achieve being a real father successfully. You can't be a stepfather without being a successful father. Yeah, that's what I told you. You're gonna be losing a lot. And they into their friends with benefits too. Most of them are the ones that's in the friends with benefits. Most single moms, what they find themselves, man, you know it. That's why you gotta be careful. Yeah, that's why you gotta be careful with your thoughts. That's why you need to add a couple of ugly ones in your forte. Or at least add a ugly and a big girl to your forte. Mix it up. Mix it up. Real talk. Y'all knocking big girls, boy, you better get you some of that big girl food pot. Talking about she ugly. Hey man, ugly girl need love too. Hey man, I ain't never seen an ugly woman from the back though. I'm just saying. From the back I can tell. I'm just saying, Russell. It ain't nothing wrong with that, Russell. Always choose what you want. Always choose what you want. Don't settle. You know what? My main thing that I try and share with y'all is having some self discipline. Stop letting horny dictate your moves. That means you making decisions off of feelings. Yeah, because that's what I'm finna tell y'all. Okay, it's coming to you, Russell. Okay. Thank you. It came to you when I say I ain't never seen them ugly from the. Okay. We are now it's telling me on this radar we are taking in heavy snow, but it was raining a little while ago. Let me check outside. No, they ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing nothing yet. We thank the Lord. Cause it's 9:38. They did say the biggest of it hit around midnight, 11 to midnight. So I'll be through with this live, and I've been to set up my camera, set up my iPhone, have everything ready. Hopefully, I don't know. I've did a few videos on snow, but it's never been this severe. Where I've taken my equipment out there in it, so I don't know how. I don't know whether a live stream or overnight live stream watching the change is gonna work or not, cause it's cold out there. Anybody get know the lowest temperature they recommend for an iPhone 14? Let me know in the comments. It's a heavy snow. Let me check this radar. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, I like some hood chick. I don't know what these cats talking about. Hey man, I done met some straight up 100% real chicks in the hood. I don't knock the hood at all. At all, I don't knock the hood. I ain't damn one of them. I ain't judging nobody by their economic status. All right. Why am I? They saying it's snowing out there. Look like I might have to go outside there, y'all. It is saying it is actually snowing out here on this radar. Man, I'm glad to have y'all with me tonight. 'Cause I ain't know what I want to do, man. The weather bad. Um, I had already finally uploaded a couple of videos. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I do, Russell. I ain't even lie, man. Listen, ain't nothing like a fine hood chick that know how to act though. You know what I mean? Got that touch of that hood. And I ain't gonna lie to you. Uh, a good girl with some bad in it. You know, you can't beat that. And so to me, lying, I don't know what these guys be talking about, man. I ain't never chose a woman because of her economic status. Not all of them. Not all of them. Not all of them. I ain't talking about them kind. I ain't talking about them kind. I don't want no parts of the partying kind. I now listen. Now you know, OG came up in the hood. He know it's all type of women in the hood, and all them girls ain't hanging out smoking and clubbing. Some of them keep them girls got maybe one kid, no kids, maybe even two with the same dude, and he done get murked or he locked up for some dumb stuff. And she just ain't with that street stuff. She just work hard and want some good juke sometime and some help sometime. That's all. Just gotta know what to look for. That's all. You gotta know what to look for, my friend. Did you hear me, brother? Brother. She's gonna be asleep. She gotta be asleep. She gotta be asleep. And well, listen. Um, you want the truth, Russell? I'm OG. Okay, yeah. Cause I'm finna get live. Come see me soon, man. And you stay safe. All y'all stay safe. Remember y'all good, man. I'm gonna get on out of here. So I can get set up for this overnight live stream with this sleep this ice. Y'all stay blessed till I see y'all again, Russell. I'm out.